Over the last few days, I've spoke to nearly a dozen of Sergeant James Henry White's family members. He was honored here at the VA through a final mile ceremony. He was then escorted by a motorcycle caravan all the way to his final resting place at Florida National Cemetery in Bushnell. The final mile is an event for soldiers who have passed, who have no family. So you can only imagine the family members when they reached out to us wondering why he was being honored.
We're very surprised, we're hurt, we're, just a lot of emotions here.
At her home in North Carolina, Audrey Parker saw our story about her uncle on Fox35Orlando.com. She was speechless.
It's just like, what in the world? Where did you all get that story? How did that come about? We're sitting here waiting to go to a funeral.
Sergeant James Henry White passed away at the VA of Orlando on May 18th at the age of 75. His daughter and some of his brothers and sisters had just FaceTimed with him the day before.
He was so proud of the military. Even, like I said, just 2 years ago, he was still had me go out looking for an Army hat for him, his military hat.
Sergeant White's daughter, Karina, was his main point of contact for the VA. The VA confirms that they were in contact with her in the weeks following her father's passing. Karina showed us texts and emails that spanned 2 months since his passing with a member of the VA, where she claims to have identified the body, signed off on his cremation, and requested details about his military funeral. When her family brought the concerns to us, Fox 35 asked the VA for an explanation. In our investigation, a VA spokesperson told us Sergeant White's daughter did not pay for the customary funeral costs, even after being given a significant discount. Without payment for final rites, the VA typically classifies patients like Sergeant White as unclaimed, in this case leading to the final mile and the generosity of his fellow vets.
This is their final mile. Private Ethander Maldonado, Sergeant James Henry White.
On August 3rd, Sergeant White was laid to rest without any of his family present. Members of the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association stood in on their behalf. Karina says this was a shock. She wanted to hear other options for her dad's remains or at least have family present for the ceremony, but she was never given a date to attend. Even though Sergeant White's family was not there, they are extremely grateful he was treated with so much care by his fellow vets.
When I heard that, that was just, it just did something to me, just knowing that it was somebody, the Lord had those people out there to do that. And I'm thanking him and I'm thanking the people for doing that.
Sergeant White's memory is carried on by his 11 brothers and sisters, his daughter, and 5 grandchildren. Over the weekend on Labor Day, his family was able to come down and visit his final resting place to give their long-awaited final respects. They tell me while the situation was not ideal, they are thankful that they now have some closure. In Lake Nona, Dave Puglisi, Fox 35 News.